Good evening. Today's quote is by George Bernard Shaw. I learned long ago never to wrestle with a pig. I learned long ago never to wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. Today's word is azure, bright blue in color like the sky. Now, exercise 6.2, fifth one. Check if the following functions have an inverse function. If yes, find the inverse function. Okay. Now, F part. What is f of x? See, this is piecewise defined function. So, f of x is x plus 7 for x less than 0. And f of x is 8 minus x for x greater than or equal to 0. That is, domain is divided into two parts and function has different definition for two different parts of the domain. Okay, now it is f of minus 1. Will you use second for minus 1? No, because 8 minus x is for x greater than or equal to 0. Minus 1 is less than 0. So we go for x plus 7. So what is f of minus 1? Minus 1 plus 7, that is 6. What is f of 2? 8 minus 2, that is 6. Now clearly this is many one, that is it is not 1 1. So it does not possess inverse. Sum number 6, if f of x is again piecewise defined function, x square plus 3 for x less than or equal to 2, 5x plus 7 for x greater than 2. Find f of 3, f of 2, f of 0. Okay. Now what is f of 3? Replace every x by 3. Now why to go for 5x plus 7? I'm sorry. For f of 3, you have to go for 5x plus 7 because 3 is greater than 2. So 5 into 3, 15 plus 7, 22. To get f2, will you use 5x plus 7? No, because 2 is not greater than 2. 2 is equal to 2. So go for x square plus 3. So 2 square plus 3, that is 7. What is f of 0? 0 is less than 2. So go for this. 0 square is 0 plus 3, that is 3. So these are the values. Actually, 7th is similar. So it is for homework. These are the answers for 4 parts. Right? Now listen to me carefully. This is very interesting and important. The first is signum function. The function f from R to R defined by f of x equal to 1 if x is greater than 0 and equal to 0 if x equal to 0 and f of x is minus 1 if x is less than 0 is called the signum function. Now you have to check about signum function on internet and you have to tell me about the same in the next lecture. Clearly, what is the domain of this function? What do you mean by domain? Domain means set of values which can be assigned to x. Clearly, domain is set of real numbers. And what is range? Range is set of all values of function. Function has value either 0 or 1 or minus 1. So the range is minus 1, 0, 1. Note that the numbers are written in curly bracket. So set of only these three numbers. Now graph of this function is interesting. See, f of x is always 1 when x is positive. Now positive means not 0. 0 is neither negative nor positive. So see the cursor. These are the positive numbers, right? So for all of them, value of y is always 1. If you can see, this is hollow circle. Oh, just a minute. This is hollow circle. Why? Because when x is 0, what is y? 0. So can you see dark circle here? But for all positive values, say 0.1, when x is 0.1, what is y? 1. When x is 1, what is y? 1. And y equal to 1 is a line which is parallel to x-axis. Okay. Suppose x is negative, 0 is not negative, say minus 0.1. When x is minus 0.1, what is y? That is f of x minus 1. Suppose x is minus 11. What is f of minus 11? Again minus 1. So this is the line y equal to minus 1. Okay, so this is the graph of signum function. I repeat this, don't worry. When x equal to 0, y equal to 0. So origin, this point lies on the graph. Now for all positive values of x, see, this is the positive x-axis. Whatever may be the positive value of x, y is always 1. So this is the line y equal to 1. Now why to use hollow circle here? For the simple reason, when x is 0, y is not 1. Y is 0 only. That is why origin lies on the graph. Okay. If x is negative x-axis, whatever may be the negative value of x, y is always -1. Why? It is defined like that only. And therefore, y equal to -1. Why this hollow circle? Because when x is 0, 0 is not negative. 0 is not positive. When x is 0, y is nothing but 0. So this origin lies on the graph and therefore it is shown by dark circle. Okay. Actually, this function is not that important from exam point of view, but the next function is, and I have explained this in detail. It is called as an absolute value or modulus function. A function f defined by f of x equal to mod x for all values of x is called an absolute value function. Mod x is the absolute value of x. Now, use of modulus is to get non-negative value. So mod x is basically x when x is already non-negative. Non-negative means either 0 or positive. Now third possibility, x is negative. So in that case, what is mod x? Minus x. Basically, many students think that x is positive and minus x is negative. Not necessarily. Yes, -3 is always negative. 7 is always positive. But x can be any real number. So we have to consider 3 cases. These 2 cases are combined, non-negative. Our main intention is to get non-negative. So if it is already non-negative, mod x is going to be x only. But if x is negative, how to get positive out of that? Multiply by -1. For example, what is mod of 3? 3. What is mod of -3? It is minus of -3, that is 3. Okay. Now, can you solve this equation? Please tell me the value of x. Type your answer in chat box. See, mod of x plus 1 is 3. Can you tell me the number whose modulus value is 3? Mod 3 is 3. Mod of -3 is also 3. So whatever is written here can be either 3 or -3. So x plus 1 equal to 3 gives x equal to 2. You can check this. Mod of 2 plus 1, 3. Mod 3, 3. Yes. Now this can be -3 also. That gives me x equal to -4. Before you answer, please verify whether it is correct or not. -4 plus 1 is -3. Is mod of -3, 3? Yes. Now solve this. 2 mod of 3 minus x, not x minus 3. 2 times mod of 3 minus x plus 11 equal to 7. Type your answer in chat box. Actually, if you simplify, you get 2 times mod of 3 minus 6 is 7 minus 11, that is -4. So mod of 3 minus 6 is -2. This is absurd. Can modulus value be negative? No. So this equation has no solution. If you want, you can write this down. Actually, we have discussed about graph of this function. Can you tell me about graph of this function? Yes. Actually, graph is a right angle whose vertex is at origin. Graph is a right angle whose vertex is at origin. Just a minute. I hope you have finished writing. Yes. See, graph of the function. X is -3. What is mod of -3? 3. X is -2. What is mod of -2? 2. -1, 1. 0, 0. Mod 1, 1. Mod 2, 2. Yes, we are going to solve sums on modulus. They are given in the exercises. Don't worry. See, this is the graph. Basically, this is the line y equal to x and this is y equal to minus x. So 45, 45, 45, 45. So graph is a right angle whose vertex is at origin. Okay. So what is the domain? Modulus of any real number is defined. So domain is R, but modulus value is never negative. Don't say positive because 0 is neither negative nor positive. So what is the range of modulus function? See, all these things are very, very important in CET for engineering entrance. This topic is there, functions. So you should know that range is semi-open interval 0 to infinity. Now, this is very interesting. Greatest integer function, which is also called as step function. Why step function? Because graph looks like steps. That is why. If x is a real number, then the greatest integer not greater than x is denoted by step x. Just listen to me. If you do not understand, I'll explain this once again. Greatest integer not greater than x. You have to use common sense. What is step value of 2.05? Greatest integer not greater than 2.05. Will you say 3? No. Why? Because 3 is greater than 2.05. Will you say 1? No. Why? Because greatest integer not greater than this. 1 is not that greatest. 2 is the greatest. See, greatest integer not greater than 2.05 is 2. What is step value of 2.9? Greatest integer not greater than 2.9 is 2. See, working rule is very simple. If you consider number line, see, this is the number line 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. What is the greatest integer not greater than 2.1? It is 2. See, 2.1 is here. So working rule is simple. If you draw number line, then the nearest integer to the left, see, it is all about using common sense. Step value of 2.1. Suppose this is 2.1. See the cursor, 2.1. So greatest integer not greater than 2.1. Will you say 3? No, 3 is greater than 2.1. So answer is integer immediately towards the left, that is 2. I hope you are getting this. So what is greatest integer not greater than -1.2? If you say it is -1, that is wrong. Why? See, this is 0, this is -1. -1.2 is here. So working rule is simple. To the left, it is -2. Some students say -1. Wrong. -1 is greater than -1.2. I repeat, -1 is greater than -1.2. And what is the meaning of this? Greatest integer. Integer, remember, integer. Greatest integer. Not greater than -1.2. So that has to be -2. I hope you understand this. This is the simplest method. So working rule is simple. How to obtain the step value? If it is an integer, step value of integer, it's integer only. Means what? If I ask you, what is greatest integer not greater than 4? 4 only. What is greatest integer not greater than -3? -3 only. -3 is not greater than -3, right? But if it is a fraction, if it is not an integer, working rule is simple. Consider on the number line integer to the left, nearest and to the left. As simple as that. Okay. See, it is all about practice. After the lecture, you are supposed to go through what is taken in the class. That is why I always insist, and I see that recording is just for 25 to 30 minutes so that you can listen to it. So these are the values. Okay. Now, f of x is -2 when -2 is less than or equal to x, less than -1, and so on. See, What is the domain? Set of real numbers. And what is the range? It is set of integers, because it is defined like that only. Greatest integer. So functional value is an integer. So the range is set of integers. See, graph is interesting. After explaining, I'm sure you will understand this. From 0 to 1. See, 1 is not included. From positive numbers 0 to 1 up to 1, greatest integer not greater than that is 0. I'll explain, don't worry. See, greatest integer not greater than 0 is 0. Okay. Greatest integer not greater than 0.1 is again 0. Greatest integer not greater than 0.8 equal to 0. Why it is not 1? Because greatest integer not greater than 0.8, but 1 is greater than 0.8. So working rule, again same logic, to the left, nearest integer to the left, that is 0 only. Okay, till what? 0.99999 and so on. It is 0. But greatest integer not greater than 1 is not 0, because 1 itself is an integer. So it is 1. Means from 0 up to 1, 1 is not included. That value is 0. I hope this is clear to you. Now greatest integer not greater than 1 is 1. That is why I have shown here hollow circle, here dark circle. Because greatest integer not greater than 1 is 1. From 1 up to 2. From 1 up to 2. Greatest integral not greater than that is 1. For example, greatest integer not greater than 1.7 is 1. Till up to 2. Why? Because 2 itself is an integer. Greatest integer not greater than 2 is 2. So when x is 2, value of y is 2. So 2 comes here. That is why hollow circle and so on. See, same is for numbers to the left of 0, that is negative numbers. So the graph looks like steps, and therefore it is called as step function. Okay. Now before I explain a few more, let us solve sums on these two. Which two? Modulus and step function. Sum number 8. If f of x is 2 mod x plus 3x, find f of 2. So it will be f of 2. It will be 2 into modulus of 2 plus 3 into 2. This is not mod x. This is just x. What is modulus of 2? 2. So 2 into 2, 4 plus 3 into 2, 6. 4 plus 6, that is 10. Okay. What is f of minus 5? It is 2 mod of minus 5, which is 5. So 2 into 5, that is 10. Plus 3 into minus 5, minus 15. 10 minus 15, that is minus 5. Right up. Sum number 9. If f of x equal to 4 greatest integer not greater than x, or 4 step x minus 3, find f of 7.2. This is not at all difficult. I already explained that how to get the step value. Consider the number to the left, immediately to the left, and it should be an integer. That is an integer immediately towards the left. So for 7.2, it is 7. So step value of 7.2 is 7. 7 into 4, 28, minus 3, that is 25. Now integer immediately to the left of 0.5 on number line is 0. So 4 into 0, that is 0. Minus 3, that is minus 3. Minus 5 by 2, that is minus 2.5. Many students write step value of minus 2.5 as minus 2. No. Greatest integer not greater than minus 2.5. Minus 2 is greater than minus 2.5. And I have told you that integer to the left, nearest integer to the left of minus 2.5 is minus 3. So step value of minus 2.5 is minus 3. So minus 12 minus 3, that is minus 15. Finally, f of 2 pi, pi is 3.14 approximate value. So 6.28, greatest integer not greater than 6.28 is 6 into 4, 24, minus 3, 21. Now this is again an interesting and important function, fractional part function. The function defined by f of x equal to fractional part of x is x minus step x is called fractional part function. For this function, what is f of 4? It is 4 minus step value of 4, which is 4, that is 0. So we can draw conclusion, use common sense basically. In integer, what is the fractional part? 0. Okay. What is f of 2.7? It is 2.7 minus step value of 2.7. Greatest integer not greater than 2.7 is not 3, because 3 is greater than 2.7. It is 2. So 2.7 minus 2, that is 0.7. Yes, use common sense. Fractional part in 2.7 is 0.7. But you have to be very careful. Some students say in minus 5.1 fractional part is 0.1. No, because minus 5.1 is minus 5 minus 0.1. And therefore, use definition. You will notice that as per definition, what is f of minus 5.1? It is x, that is minus 5.1 minus greatest integer not greater than minus 5.1. It is minus 6. So minus 5.1 minus 6, that is plus 6. So it is 0.9. Clearly, what is the domain? You can assign any real value to x. Can we find f of 1 crore 0.2? Yes. So domain is set of real numbers. But note that value is fraction. So it has to lie between 0 and 1. 0 included, 1 excluded. So what is the range of this function? It is semi-open interval 0 to 1. Okay. Now try to draw the graph of this function. Sum number 10. If f of x is 2 fractional part of x plus 5x, then find. See, I have simplified this. What is fractional part of x? It is x minus step x, but each is to be multiplied by 2. So f of x is 2x minus 2 step x plus 5x as it is. 2x plus 5x is 7x. So on simplification, f of x comes out to be 7x minus 2 step x. Okay. Now, a part, what is f of minus 1? Replace every x by minus 1. So 7 into minus 1. Minus 2, what is step value of minus 1? Minus 1. Greatest integer not greater than minus 1 is minus 1, because minus 1 itself is an integer. So minus 7 minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. Minus 7 plus 2 is minus 5. What is f of 1 by 4? Let me explain. 7 into 1 by 4 minus 2 step value of 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is 0.25. Greatest integer not greater than 0.25 equal to 0. To the left, nearest integer to the left, 0. So 7 by 4 minus 0, 7 by 4 or 1.75. What is f of minus 1.2? 7 into minus 1.2 minus 2. What is step value of minus 1.2? It is minus 2. Nearest integer to the left on number line is not minus 1, it is minus 2. So minus 8.4 plus 4, that is minus 4.4. D part, f of minus 6. 7 into minus 6 minus 2 into step value of minus 6 is minus 6. Minus 42 plus 12, that is minus 30. Right down. Now this question is very, very important. 11. Solve the following for x. A part, modulus of x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 5. Note that modulus of negative number is also positive. So x plus 4 is either less than or equal to minus 5, or x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 5. That is x less than or equal to minus 9. See, before you write final answer, you have to verify. Consider any number less than minus 9. Say minus 10. Put x equal to minus 10. Minus 10 plus 4 is minus 6. Is mod of minus 6 greater than 5? Yes. Mod of minus 6 is 6 greater than 5. Or x greater than or equal to 1. using interval notation, minus infinity to minus 9. Minus 9 is included, and rather or x belongs to this semi-open interval 1 to infinity. If you want to use number line, you can do that. This is not required in exam. So that's it for today.